have Nick, the pig, as a friend.
What's the matter with that? Folks, welcome to a Thursday edition. This is pre-recorded because we had circumstances where we couldn't stream live today. So we're going to air a previous Nick's Bitchin' Kitchen where I show you how to make this killer chili, and it's made with like 5 pounds of brisket, and the people who tried it were, raving about it last year. So we're going to air that instead. And you'll have it for Super Bowl Sunday when the Patriots hopefully win.
Maybe people can post about it.
And you can post about it, talk about it, and go, hey, I found a Band-Aid and hair in it, I still ate it. It's so good. So that's what you're going to see. So enjoy the recipe. Oh, hi. Welcome to Bitchin' Kitchen. When I say Bitchin' Kitchen, it's bitch in kitchen. I'm the bitch, I'm in the kitchen. That's what we're making today. Sheep poo with onions. Check this out. What am I doing? Watch. Janine's surgery went very well. We took some skin off the back of her legs. Let's see what this weighs. 6 pounds. She was a fat fuck. She was living on Hostess yo-yos and heavy cream, so what do you expect? But the surgery went well. And if she sticks to the program, eating leaves for the next 10 years, and taking at least 2 dumps a year, she'll be fine. Look over here in the sink. Watch it. Welcome to Planned Parenthood. I don't know what happened. I heard the kid crying. I don't know. This is brisket. Thanks to Joe Biden. This is about 6 pounds. $56.
Jesus.
$56. I don't have friends I like that much. I'm making, when you add all the ingredients, about an $80 chili.
Jesus.
So I expect a hand job from everybody after the game on Sunday. Who's with me? Gross. But there you go. Tell me that's not gonna make a good chili. You shitting me? All right, I gotta cut this into 1-inch cubes. It's not exactly even as far as thickness goes, but close enough. Like this. I mean, how's that gonna be bad? That's probably 3/4 of an inch. You know what I'm saying, folks? So you're gonna do this whole thing. You end up with a nice pile of cubes. I mean, look at those. Look at that there. Let's look at it. Make that a little square. All right. Wow. All right. That's the hardest part, I swear, folks. And you can probably find a butcher to take all the... You don't take it all up, but, take 75% of the fat off it for you. You don't even have to do that. You guys all know how to do this. Sure. Everybody's a foodie in this country. All right. Here's something that you don't always see in chili, but I'll tell you. Green bell pepper. It gives it some depth, as they say. In case of an emergency, the pepper will drop down. How's that for humor? Right here. Here's your button. This looks like a lot of shit. I don't have a pot this big. This is going to be hilarious. Here's the other thing about this. It's Thursday right now. So this goes for any type casserole, whatever. You guys know this. It tastes great the night you make it, but the next day it's better, and the day after that even better. Especially chili. It just, they all meld all the flavors, and it raises. I was looking at foods that raise your testosterone, and chili is on like 8 different lists that Cumin smells just like body odor. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. You can't tell the difference between this or your pool boy after he's worked 18 hours. Here's your chili powder. 2 tablespoons of chili powder. I know it calls for that. You know, another trick I learned. If you don't want to put your dirty hands into the salt. Seriously.
Makes sense.
Little shit like this. Food Network. And be generous with the salt and pepper because you want to brown stuff. Nice and coarse. Give me some coarse.
There we go.
You know what I'm talking about? Do it in batches because here's the thing. If you put too much meat in the pan, it brings the oil temperature down. And what do? End up steaming the meat. That nice gray labia of a 400-year-old woman.
It becomes chewy.
Yeah. You need a thick bottom pan too, by the way. Because this cooks forever. And you can cook it on top of the stove, or you can put it in the oven. I see and I looked at the recipe when I made it a year or 2 ago. I put it in the oven, but I found when I do that with beef stew, it dries out the meat. And again, I use vegetable oil. Everything calls for olive oil, but that's kind of old school because olive oil, again, it burns. You know, eventually the pan gets all, as opposed to vegetable oil. How much? I don't know. Just coat the pan. Probably a better way of doing this. About splashing yourself, but you know me, I'm a real badass. Bitch in the kitchen. So you don't want to put much more than that. I have a great eye. You know. And wooden spoon action here. All right. And you want to brown the shit real good. I'll tell you something about browning meat. See, initially it'll stick to the pan bottom, right? So you don't touch it, and eventually it'll release itself. I'm not going to get all goody, salt and brown. I'm not going to get all scientific on you. But the proteins contract and blah, blah, blah. Otherwise, if you force it, you rip this meat, you rip the fudge, you know. Little things like that from watching TV. But it makes a difference, actually. Good. Whatever. It's not going to get brown. But it will. Take your time with this part. So you brown that, right? When you're done browning all the meat, you put the meat aside. You get all that nice fat and flavor and shit in there. That's when a couple cups of onions. I forgot garlic. You know, as much garlic as you want. Minced garlic. 5, 6, 7 cloves. It's a big pan. And that's when I put my spice in it, my habaneros chopped up, because it makes the oil gets infused with hot, and the oil goes throughout the dish, as opposed to throwing it in at the end or whatever. See the nice brown? That's what you're looking for. A little caramelization. Look at that. That's a hot pan, baby. And while that's browning, you get the next batch going. Right? This is going to be insane. And it really makes a difference serving it 3 days later. Get one of these too. Slotted spoon. Stuff like this. Leaves the grease behind in the pan where it belongs. It's about 8-10 minutes, whatever, to brown it. You can do a little more if you want. But again, it's going to cook down for hours. I live for the sound.
Are you caramelizing?
Yep. Not even. You're just kind of sweating, actually. It's all right if they get on, but about 8 minutes. See, it's picking up all the shit off the bottom. Cleans the bottom of your pan. Garlic. It's about 7 or 8 cloves. By the way, folks, you don't ever burn the garlic. You'll have to start all over because it'll make your whole dish bitter. You just want to get a light golden. You know what I mean? A couple minutes. I mean, I got a ton of onions in here, kind of protecting it. You know what I mean? 2 tablespoons of chili powder. I go with more, actually. one. Maybe two's enough, actually. It's two. And a half. Throw 'em in.
Yep.
I'll tell you what I forgot. Hypocrite I am, to put the peppers in the oil. Still not too late. The secret weapon. This is adult chili. It's a habanero. They've never failed me. They're always hot. Into the pool. I'm probably running the meal right now. I don't even know it. What? The porn stars of chili pepper. Let's see. Oh boy. It's diarrhea waiting to happen. Make it as hot or as unhot as you want it. Personally, it's a big, you see all the meat, it's 6 pounds of meat. And I gotta put tomatoes in there. This should do it, I think. But this is, it's good to put it in the base because then everything gets hot. You know what I'm saying? It calls for, it says 6 cups, which is 48 ounces of tomatoes with their juices. I think she means actual tomatoes, maybe. I don't know. Oops, but this is a 28 ounce. Oh! Jesus, reminds me of my honeymoon. This is a 28 ounce can of whole tomatoes, you know. I'm just breaking it up. Bell peppers. It does, it gives it a little sweet, like Dallas said. Just a hint, gives it depth. That just looks beautiful.
Yeah, it does.
28 ounce can of whole tomatoes crushed by hand with the juices. Again, she calls for 6 cups. There's 8 ounces in a cup. That's 48. I'm gonna put a little more in there. This is about half of that. Yeah, oh, maybe 3/4. I want all that too, actually. Folks, is this making you hard? I mean, come on. This is award-winning chili. A little more chili powder. It is chili. Guess what? I think it's time. That looks about right, doesn't it?
Yeah.
As far as amounts.
Yeah.
See the juices in there? I'm going to tell you something I did that wasn't in the recipe, because I thought it was going to be too thick. Beef stock, which a lot of chili, most chili that I've ever made, recipes calls for beef stock. You know what I mean? Because this is going to cook forever. So you do need the liquid. Oh, sweetness. See how hot it is. It's got a bite to it. All right? I think I'm gonna invite a bunch of little kids over. I don't know. She started nagging me. Wouldn't shut up about the remote. And TV was too. And next thing I know, now you gotta salt and pepper it. Calls for basil, but I wasn't about to pay $8 for some leaves. Now you always gotta check salt, pepper. You know. Again, you can do it at the end too. With this, I think it helps break down the meat. Boy, that's about right. Okay, check for salt and pepper, even though the pepper's in there. I don't know why you check for pepper. What are they, nuts? I got half of Mexico in there. Okay, here's you do. You're gonna simmer it. Get this. Get a tight-fitting lid. I haven't added any beef stock. It looks like enough liquid right there. If it starts to thicken up too much, I'll add a cup or two of beef stock. You know what I mean? And that eventually, but you put this on low. 2.5 hours. Right now it's about 4:30. That puts us at 7 o'clock, right?
Mm-hmm.
2.5 hours. Then you check it again for flavor. After 2.5 hours, add a half a cup of strong coffee, black coffee.
Grounds or cup?
Huh?
Grounds or liquid?
That's a good point. I'm gonna lie to him here. Go with the no, liquid coffee. Yeah, a nice half cup of black coffee. It gives it this depth. I don't know who came up with that, but it's genius. So it cooks 2.5 hours. Then you add the half cup of black coffee. Put the lid on it. Simmer it for another hour or so. Right? And again, if it looks like it's a little too thick, add a little beef stock. No biggie. All water. So after 2 hours, add the coffee. Put the lid back on. Simmer for an hour. Then 2 cans of. I use 2 15-ounce cans of kidney beans. I know. Sit down, Texas. I mean, come on. It's half of Mexico. Probably was Mexican. I'm not getting PC on you. I'm just saying. I like eating meat and beans. You don't have to. But if I'm going to, if I'm going to clean out the pipes, I'm going to clean out the pipes. Look at that. Take a look. How about that? 2.5 hours. Transfer the chili to large serving bowls. Serve with sour cream, grated cheddar cheese, not grated, just shredded cheddar cheese. And that's it. I think I might have mentioned this earlier. You can do it on top of the stove, which I think is the good way because the meat doesn't dry out. I mentioned this earlier because I have a beef stew recipe that I used to put in the oven. It said to, but the meat would dry out. The rest of it was delicious. So I started doing it on the top of the stove, and perfect. I think 350 for a couple hours, probably 350. But I do it like this. If you want the meat to.
I feel like there'd be more moisture retained in it if.
To do it like this?
On the stove, yeah.
Yes. That's exactly what happens. My beef stew recipe is as good as this, I swear to God. Again, Food Network. It was a show that was on the Food Network. I'm not kidding you, it has to be 18 years ago. It was on for literally maybe a month with a friend of mine, Lynn Koplitz, very funny comedian. Her and some French chef. And he made this beef stew recipe that it's tremendous. Red wine at the end. And, oh, mama. Well, that's the recipe. So the next time I see you will be Super Bowl Sunday when we actually, when you cook something like this, people want to see you taste it and not throw up blood. So we'll have the big
reveal.
Big reveal on Super Bowl Sunday. Okay, kids? Until then, I wish I had a clever saying. Until then, don't touch your father. Oh, yeah. Folks, the finished product. Did we get a shot of this?
I am right now.
The finished product, folks. Oh, my God. It's like Salma Hayek's ass juice.
Oh, I like that.
Forks or spoons? What do you got?
Nothing yet. I was gonna do
Fingers.
that.
Fingers.
Hey, watch it. I do this every other Super Bowl. I help the women's shelter. These are battered women. It's Dallas's girlfriend. Do you like chili with those 2 teeth? Here, help yourself, hon. I don't know. You can.
Oh, no más.
Oh. We don't need forks for anything.
Steamy.
By the way, this is kind of spicy already, so.
Is it?
Yeah,
But
a
you
little
know,
bit, right, Dallas? Had a little bite to it.
Yeah,
A little bit, but not too bad.
Jalapenos are a surprise. Some are spicy, some don't.
No, you're right, actually.
You never know.
It's true. I'm going with the cheese directly on the chili. Hopefully it melts. Yeah. Lactose intolerant. This is good though.
Chili, spicy chili with cheese and this.
Are you gonna sit down?
Oh, God. Oh, man.
I need beer with this, though. Mmm. Oh, that's good.
As the roof of her mouth comes up.
Well, it's burning hot, but it's good.
Wait a minute, that jalapeno was actually hot.
Was it?
Last thing is chili to eat.
That'll be fine. I can handle heat.
Told you.
Cameraman, you can eat that.
Well, that's it, folks. I'd like to thank my guest, Bobby Brisket. Did you enjoy the, it's killer, man. It's killer. And load up on the hot stuff if you have people you don't like there. Watch them wince. That's it. You guys think it, I'll say you're very welcome. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you on Monday. Take care.
Hi, good night, everybody.